Welcome to Point Blank. Corinna is here, Claire is here, and we are ready to get back into the swing of things. I don't know about you guys, but that break was so needed.
Yeah.
It was so nice to just get a week off and just rejuvenate, recover.
Yeah, the sleeping in was needed. Every part of it was needed.
I slept so much. I'm just laughing.
Yeah.
So.
It's like not thinking about school.
Oh, definitely
Yeah.
not. But we have to
I'm
get
still
that
not, is the
mindset.
problem. That's the
Yeah.
thing. I'm not back in the mindset of
Yeah,
school.
that is the problem. But we're back here. I missed you guys. It's been like what, 2 weeks since our last episode? I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's get right back into it, right? Last night's Dancing with the Stars saw its first shocking elimination of the season on Grease night. Melanie C went home. She was in the bottom two with Olivia and Val, and the judges sent her home. What did you guys think of that?
I was shocked. Like, I'm still shocked. I wish they didn't because she, like, first of all, when you see people crying about it, it's because they, like, really want it. Like, a lot of people, like, who know they're in the middle, they're like, I'm glad to be here another week. I'm going to keep pushing. But, like, the people that cry really want it and really want to work hard. And I feel like she was working hard. Like, I don't think she deserved to go home.
I don't even think she was in the middle though. Like she was towards the top, I feel.
Well,
like.
yeah, that's the thing.
Which
like,
why I was so shocked.
yeah, like, even Iman was still safe. Like,
Yeah.
he's not that good.
I know. I expected him to be in the bottom two, and I think that's what they kind of did. They had him come out, he was in like the bottom three technically, and he was the last person revealed to be safe. And I was like, oh wow, like this is the first, oh my God, somebody who shouldn't really be going home is going home type of night.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna piggyback off of what you said. I like Iman because it was through the Disney episodes that I kind of liked him, just because the way that they had their performances, I feel like they were very dynamic.
Yeah.
And then I remember when I was taking notes on Dancing with the Stars, because
Taking
I forget their names. And Melanie C for Disney Night, like her face was doing too much for me. Like I don't know, it was just like
She was Maleficent, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, stop. Like it was bothering me watching it. But then again, I'm like, she was an entertainer, so she knows how to work an audience. So that's why I also was surprised that she was at the bottom. And I know, like, checking Twitter after the aftermath, everyone was like, what in the world?
She just is somebody who I expected to have votes all season. She's a former Spice Girl. Like, that is one of the biggest groups, boy band or girl group ever. Like, it is such a popular group, so I expected her to make it further just based off of votes. Like, that's how some people are getting through, obviously. Like, I don't think Iman is bad, but he's clearly getting through based off of his votes if he's been in the bottom based off of scores for the past 3 weeks.
And Kenya, like,
Yeah.
I think the Grease performance was her best one that
I
she
loved
had.
that performance.
Like, she actually connected with her partner,
Yeah.
which I loved. But then again, I see her being at the bottom again. Sorry.
Yeah. I don't know how much further she's gonna make it, but this was like her breakthrough performance.
Exactly.
Like some of the stuff, just the way that she was like in hold the entire dance, like the compliments and critiques that they gave her were just so good. I was like, this is like the moment that she's been waiting for, and that I think we've all been waiting for, because she hasn't really been doing that well in the competition.
Very true.
Yeah. I think that's what was hard with, like, Mel C going home, was that Kenya was, like, on the bottom, and it was kind of like, ooh, she might go home.
Yeah.
And then when she was safe, it was like, oh, I'm so happy for her. She did really well. It was like her, like, blooming moment. But then that put Mel C and Olivia in the bottom.
Yeah.
So, like, it was like a mixed emotions.
Were you guys shocked at all that Mel was saved over Olivia? Like, did you think they were gonna save Mel at any point?
Who did save Mel? Was it Carrie Ann?
I know, I think Bruno saved Mel.
Bruno saved Mel.
Whoever voted first
It was
saved,
2 and 2.
Yeah, it was
I
2
think
and
it
2.
was
I think because Derek
Carrie-
voted first and he voted to save Olivia.
Yes.
So then Bruno went and he saved Mel C. And then
And
Carrie
Carrie
Ann
Ann
saved Olivia, and then Len broke the tie because he voted for Mel. And something I thought was weird was Tyra never said in any other episodes, if there's a tie, head judge Len Goodman's vote will break the tie. Like, she always just said, like, if the 3 other judges are not whatever she says, then Len's vote will break the tie. But she just kept saying, like, if there's a tie, if there's a tie. I'm like, okay, well, then there's going to be a tie.
I think something happens within the villain night. I can't remember exactly, but people were live tweeting and they're
Oh,
like,
were
wait,
they?
what? Because, like, okay, Tyra, we know how I feel about her. Like, she's an amazing model, but she tries to make the show about her. Like, you're hosting. Like, you're supposed to not make the show about you, but, like, make it about you at the same time.
Yeah.
So, cool. But she just talks too much, and that's why she has to cut everyone off, be like, okay, well, sorry, I have to, we have to wrap it
Yeah.
up.
They're pushing in my ear.
Exactly. So I just feel like she hasn't, like, she probably should have explained it at the beginning, but she probably didn't.
Yeah. I just thought it was weird that that's how she explained it when other weeks she said if the 3 other judges aren't voting like unanimous, then Len's vote will break the tie. Like, something was weird about that. to
Maybe
me.
it's because, like, Derek, because wasn't Derek, like, out for, like, a show?
Yeah, he
Maybe
missed the
they
week.
forgot the voting
Yeah.
system, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think the point is that, like, since there's 4, if there's a tie, it's that whatever Len voted, since he's the head judge, is
Yeah.
what counts.
Okay.
I think the way she explained it now made sense. I'm like,
Yeah.
just why now versus the other
Anymore.
5
Yeah,
weeks that
because
we've had
everyone's
the
like,
show.
oh, well, he's not breaking the tie because there is a tie.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm confused. I thought she did mention that. Like, Len is the head judge. Like,
No, yeah, she did, but the way she explained that Len would like break the tie,
It was, like,
It
really
wasn't-
last minute, too.
yeah.
It was, like,
it just
right
was
when
like
they-
something was like, okay, that means that she kept saying, we're like, okay, there's gonna be a tie.
Like, she didn't explain it before they made their deliberation. It was, like, right when Lynn was about to vote.
Yeah, I don't know. But what did we think about JoJo getting the first perfect score of the season?
I think it was deserved.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really liked that dance. Who else was? I don't think anybody else was close to a perfect score.
Yeah, somebody was close. I want to say it was Amanda. She got a 39 out of
includes-
40.
Yes, because Derek gave her
Derek
the nine.
gave
He
her
was
the
like,
nine.
something's something.
Yeah.
And I
It's
was like,
something needs
oh.
to push over that. I'm like,
You
come
can't.
on, Derek.
He didn't even know. He was like, something was just off.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, it wasn't.
was like,
Yeah.
But anyway, I think those 2 were the only ones that got like close to perfect scores.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not surprised that it was them and that JoJo got the first perfect score. I don't know. I wasn't surprised, and I think it was deserved.
Yeah.
And even with the Disney episode, I think it was Disney Heroes, she got the first 9 of the season. So she
did.
improving. Like, because I know they said they weren't connected because it is different because they are both the same sex couple. And dancing that way, like, we never saw it before in Dancing with the Stars. So I think they're really changing the game, and they're taking the critique from the judges and changing
Yeah.
what they need to.
Yeah.
And she has a really good attitude. Like, she's
Yeah.
JoJo's.
She
yeah.
really did take the critique. Like, they gave her the critique after like her first 2 dances, I think, and they were like, "We know you're JoJo. We know that this is your spirit, but sometimes you got to tone it down." And I think she did.
think she did,
Like
too.
last night, I specifically noticed it. One of the Disney nights, I don't remember which one, and last night, I was like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
'cause
she
I
like
think
really
she's
took
been
that
given
note."
good dances to do it. Like those
Yeah.
ones that she's kind of like over the top. It's like a quick step or like a
Yeah.
jump. But now she's like doing the foxtrot and the waltz, where like if you are over the top, you're gonna get a bad score because you can't
Yeah.
be like that.
So the fact that she took those critiques and like imagine, I mean, they said like, "We know you're JoJo."
Yeah.
Like imagine how hard it is when you are like that constantly to put on a face that you like don't wear almost
Exactly.
ever.
Yeah.
So I think that was impressive too. Like that's another reason I think that it was a deserving score because you're taking the judges' critiques and like really implementing them to make your dance
Yeah.
the best in every aspect.
Yeah. I think that we have 2 underdog stories kind of going on in this season. Obviously, there's Cody with his COVID situation and him like not getting the best scores and him having to come back from not being in the ballroom for 2 weeks and then having less practice time than other people. Like that's an underdog story like within itself. But I think Melora is also a very big underdog because even if she's getting like some of the highest scores, everybody's overlooking her because she's a bit older than most of the competition. And mostly, like most of the time, older people don't really go far in the competition.
That's true.
But she is staying in the top. Like she is consistent. She's consistently getting 9s. She got the first 10 of the season. But I just like don't know why I mean, she's never been in the bottom, but I just feel like she's being so overlooked.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guilty of it too. Like when she got the first 10, I was like, I wouldn't have expected that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm surprised it wasn't this, this, and this. But then when you look back at her dance, you're like, oh, that's a deserved
Yeah.
10 though. So why am I thinking that I'm so surprised?
Like if somebody else were to have done that exact dance,
Yeah.
would have been like, oh,
I think it's
perfect,
just the
a 10.
stigma around like someone first of all, her age, like, I think you said one episode that it's like Kate Flannery, like in
Yeah.
her season. She was really good. She had so much energy, but like, it's like, no one takes her seriously.
Yes,
And like, there's like a
exactly.
stigma around people like that in the season, which it shouldn't be. Like, she's doing really well and she deserves to be there. So I hope she doesn't go home for a
I agree.
undeserved reason.
I agree.
But
My thing with her is I have no idea who she is. Like, so I think I try and associate, oh, I know this person, they're gonna do well, or I know this person and I don't like them, so I don't want them to do
Right.
well. Having that mindset, and I know a lot of people like didn't. Well, I feel like our generation, we don't really know who she is that much. But
Well, I mean, if you watch The Office.
if you, I don't watch The Office.
well,
Like,
there's
So
the
there's
there's the
That'll do
big
it.
winger there.
row. But I, as a dancer, because like, I mean, I used to dance, just saying. I connected with her, and she's an actor, so not only can she like put on a good face and like go in with the mood of the song and the dance, she's also hardworking. She's
Yeah.
older, so she has like a different work ethic than everyone else
Yeah,
too.
I agree. I'm excited to see how far she goes. I really am hoping she goes far because I want somebody who is typically overlooked because of their age to make it far and like
Yeah.
prove to people like, hey, doesn't matter how old you are, if you can dance, you can dance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I really think she could be the person to do that.
Agreed.
Cool. Kanye West is once again all over our Twitter feed. He just announced that he officially changed his name to Ye this past week. Is that how you're pronouncing it? Ye?
Yay. Yay.
Yay.
Yay.
Yay.
Yay. No, I'm pretty sure Kanye. Yeah, it's yay.
Ye. Why?
I'm not surprised because okay, I have a love-hate relationship with Kanye. Like I can't, I feel like I can't hate him because
Yeah.
he's going through a lot of mental health issues, but then some of the stuff he does, I'm like
What are you doing?
what? Did you see that he performed at a Venice wedding and wore a Halloween mat, like this mat?
Yes, it was this weird colored, like
Yes,
white. I
like
saw that.
whitey, tealy.
Yeah.
If that ever happened at my wedding, I would actually. I don't even care if you're Kanye. Like you could
No.
be my favorite artist coming, not in the mask, not at my day, my wedding.
If it's
day.
a Halloween wedding,
yeah, that would never happen with me.
no, I'm not saying I would ever do that, but that's
That's
the only
just
time
dangerous.
it's acceptable to be wearing a mask like that at somebody's wedding.
Yeah, I mean, he's just very mysterious. He's just a mysterious person. Like he wore pantyhose on his face. Like
Yeah. But why did he change his name?
you know how he is. He likes attention, but he doesn't at the same time. So
Yeah.
I guess he wanted to shine light on him. Maybe maybe this is foreshadowing
To
of
what?
an album. Because I know he's releasing like a line of electronics, like watches. Like, are you
Oh,
Apple?
okay. I thought like a phone. I
Oh,
was
he
like,
plans to. He wants to.
Oh.
That's predicted.
what's it going to be called?
Probably like yay.
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 Not everything is yay.
Yay. Everything. Hey, that could be
Every-
it. Everything is
Everything
yay.
is yay.
Ooh.
That's kind of cute.
Cl-
No,
Clever.
clever, but not
Catchy.
cute. But who knows what he's doing?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. He's been kind of off the rockers for a while now. And he does have like some mental health issues going on. So I think like if he's focusing on dealing with that, like that's incredible. But he doesn't make it seem like he does. Like I think he wants people to think that he doesn't. And is just going in a completely different path in his career that everyone's like, all right. Like, you know, when like Miley Cyrus, like Hannah Montana,
Yeah.
then she like the
Branched
climb
out,
Miley, and then
Wrecking Ball and
shaved her head, licked a sledgehammer,
Yeah.
like
Now
went
look at her.
like all
Berserk.
over the place. And I feel like that's kind of what he's doing. Like nobody knows what he's doing in his career anymore.
because I feel like a lot of people don't know. Like he's also a producer, so half the stuff. I mean, I don't really listen to like Kid Cudi. He's a rapper, but he produced his album. He's like a ghostwriter for a lot of people. But then again, it's just like
Yeah, no, I think he's like very successful behind the
Yeah.
scenes, but he's putting on this like,
facade.
yeah, and it's like weird.
Yeah,
It's just confusing. Like I can't.
I
even
can't follow up.
it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
you
when you see his
can't.
name, you're like, okay, what did he do now?
What's he doing now?
Like, okay,
Like I'm too tired to figure it out
Yeah,
either.
it's
I'm
like-
just like,
yeah, no,
okay.
Yeah. Well, kind of speaking of Kanye, did either of you watch Kim Kardashian's SNL hosting gig?
I saw clips of it, but I haven't seen it fully.
I loved it.
I like the parts that I thought of you because I was like, oh my gosh, I bet Riley
I
is so
love-
proud.
yes.
Yeah.
I was like ready to watch her. I'm like, that's my girl. But she was so funny. Like she went up there, like her monologue, she was digging at herself. She was eating at her mom, her sisters, Kanye. Like, she went in on everybody. And I just thought it was so funny because you'd never see that side of Kim Kardashian. And I think this is her first time hosting SNL. So to see like that kind of more open and fun side of her, it was so interesting. And then the segments that she did with like the Bachelor segment, there was people like John Cena and like Tyler Cameron, and it was just like this really funny segment. And she like kept up with these people who were like comedians. And I was like, this is impressive. She like carried the entire show. She was so good. You definitely have to watch it.
I'm gonna watch it in full probably tonight.
Yeah.
'cause What school? I'm joking. I'm gonna do my schoolwork too.
We're
but
not clocked in yet.
yeah, we're not. We're really not. But I know the views went up. Like
Yeah, it did.
there are like rumors that SNL's having a hard time with their viewing rates.
Well, that's because they promoted it,
okay.
or they didn't promote it. They
Okay.
had their season premiere, and it was after like a year and a half because of COVID. And then they were like, okay, season premiere, but they barely promoted it. So nobody really knew they were coming back. and
That's
so their
true.
viewership dropped like 3 million people.
Jeez.
So I think they're really
Ouch.
trying to work their way back up.
Yeah.
So getting stars like Kim Kardashian, people
It
are like,
helps.
I'm not watching that show. Kim Kardashian is there. Why is there
I think you're
double-
the most of the people
Why
Yeah.
is
watching
I was
it.
like,
double
yeah.
the amount of viewers now?
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
Why are you using that sound on TikTok then?
Yeah,
Like, what are you doing?
exactly. She also, side note, looked incredible in that pink jumpsuit.
I did see the pink jumpsuit.
Her body snatched.
As she
Her
should.
hair looked so good. I'm just so proud of her. Like a proud dad.
Aw,
Even though she's like 30 years older than me.
Yeah, it's
No,
it's
she's
okay.
not that old. Whatever. Stay right there because we have so much more to talk about, but Rachel and Alyssa have the hot topics from this week. So let's hear the breaking news.
Hello and welcome back to another steaming edition of Hot Topics. We have all the latest gossip for you, and of course we have to start out with the engagement that basically broke the internet this week. So what do you think?
This engagement literally shocked me, as Riley said. I know he said it shocked me, but I saw it coming, so I feel the exact same emotions. But I am like so Kardashian obsessed anyways that I was just waiting for it, and I'm so happy for her. Like I honestly think like after the whole Scott relationship on and off kind of thing, she deserves this so much, and I'm so excited for her.
Yeah, I was honestly so shocked. I did not see an engagement coming at anytime soon.
Yeah.
Like even like because of that, like I thought because maybe Scott and
Courtney.
Courtney, their relationship was like so long, and like they never, it was always on and off, and that was like within 10 years. So I think like with this, like they didn't really come out official and started being like social and posting it on the internet and all of that stuff until like January of 2021.
Yes.
So I'm like, I would think they would be together for another couple of years, especially because they both have kids
Which
and
is,
all that stuff.
yeah, really soon for them too.
Really
And that's like
soon.
another good point that you brought up. They have kids, so like they're gonna be mother and father to like
Exactly.
their other kids. And I know Courtney like loves her kids so much, and I'm sure same with Travis.
Yeah.
Like they would do anything for them. So the fact that they've not got engaged also, but like they've brought in new parents to the kids' relationships as well. I think
Yeah.
that's a really interesting fact.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think all the sisters, like I remember Chloe on one episode, she was like, do you ever think Scott and you will get back together? And she said, honestly, yes. So like the fact that like this happened too, like that was
Yeah.
obviously before Travis, but like
Uh-huh.
still that she like thought that way about Scott too.
Yeah.
This
That's really interesting.
whole relationship I didn't see coming.
I didn't see it coming. Just completely
Yeah.
blindsided me. But also the engagement was so beautiful.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh my God. I was actually watching it. I thought I was like the first person to find out about it because I was like up at like 3 a.m. on TikTok.
Yeah.
And it was like an old like dad who's sending his daughter like these videos and she was posting them on TikTok. And I was like, oh my God, is that them? I'm like, no way, it's them. And then like the next morning it like broke like on E! News and everything.
gosh,
and I was
that's
like,
so
oh my God, it
funny.
was them. Like I really didn't think it was them. It was so insane. But like the flowers and like it was,
Oh my
I think
gosh.
it was in a hotel in California.
Yes, it was in California at a beach. They want to say that they like had the proposal on the beach, and then the family was kind of there watching too. I remember seeing that Chloe and Tristan. I thought Tristan was odd to be there, but Chloe and
Yeah.
Tristan watched the whole thing on the beach as well. And so I thought that was really special that the whole family was there, and they were like Travis got them involved, and like because obviously Courtney is very close to her family, and so I really like thought that was very intimate of him to
Yeah.
do that as well.
Oh, Oh, that's very
Yes.
cute. Well, good for them.
Yes.
I'm excited for them.
Me too.
I'm excited for that wedding. too,
Yes, oh my gosh, I'm so
God.
excited for that. I love like anything the Kardashians do are so over the top. So I'm
Always.
so excited for the dress,
Yeah.
the venue, like everything.
Everything.
But-
So exciting.
Moving on, Ryan Reynolds has a new upcoming project that's a little different from his typical films. So Ryan Reynolds is in a movie called Spirited, and it's a musical. I didn't even know the guy could sing.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I love him to death. Like literally one of my favorite
Me
actors
too,
ever.
me too.
So talented. I love Blake Lively and like the whole family.
gosh,
They're
same.
so cute. I'm obsessed with them. But never knew he could sing.
So,
So like, is he singing or is it gonna be voiceover
Yeah.
or like?
I'm
that's
excited
TBD?
to see it. I think it's a good cast with Will Ferrell and Octavia as well. I think it's going to be really kind of like a funny spin on this Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
But I think Ryan Reynolds does a little bit of odd movies anyways, like with the Ant-Man and just like, he does like odd
He
things
does do-
anyways.
yeah, he does do
So
weird things.
I could see this coming,
Yeah.
but like,
I know, that's what I was thinking
musical-
too, because of Will Ferrell, and like, it's like all the actors and actresses are so funny.
Yes.
So it's gonna have to be a funny movie, but they're saying it's a musical.
Yes.
So I'm like,
I'm
I
interested.
don't know, the
as
word
well.
musical throws me off, I guess, a little bit, because I'm just expecting singing and all that, like all the time, and
Yeah.
dancing and like Broadway. But I guess,
Plus, like, I feel like A Christmas Carol, like, previously, it wasn't, like, a funny film. It was, like, more of a
Yeah.
heartwarming
Yeah,
film.
it's
So, like, I'm excited to see, like, how
Exactly.
this,
I
they
think-
take the take on
yeah,
this.
I think it would be super funny. I'm super excited for that movie. It's crazy to think Christmas movies are already coming out.
Oh my gosh,
And that's
yes.
like the first one that we're hearing about, I think, lately.
Yes, that is
Right?
true. It's one of the first ones.
Yeah.
And also with that, after he wrapped up the Spirited movie, Ryan Reynolds announced he was also going to take a hiatus from filming because this is, like, his third movie this year.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty,
Jeez.
yeah, that's a lot.
That's
He's
busy,
definitely
especially
stayed
with
busy.
The whole family, yeah.
Right? During
That's a lot.
COVID, too, I'm very, like,
Shocked.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
good
happened.
For them.
I agree, yeah.
Good for him. It'll be a nice start to the new year, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
One of the hottest shows on Netflix, You, has made a return with its premiere of season 3 this past Friday, and people are already raving about it.
So, have you seen You on Netflix? What
Oh
did
my
you
God,
think?
yes.
Give me all the tea.
So I've seen season 1, season 2. It's hard for me to remember the details because I become so obsessed with this show and that I have to like finish. I watch like 5 episodes a night.
Yes.
Like I have to like finish it right away because I'm just so invested in it. The ending of the last season, season 2, it was super interesting because
Yeah.
you think it's going to be like, so I don't want to give anything away. Well, I guess it's season 2, so I'm not really giving anything away.
Sure.
But he, what's his name in the, so
Penn Bradley?
yeah,
Yes.
Penn Bradley. He meets his love, who's the character, and they move to the suburbs. So you think like they're gonna leave their like murderous history behind and
Okay.
actually become a normal family in the suburbs. But towards the end, he like starts this whole thing over where he like fixates on this new girl, and now it's his neighbor, and he's just like, oh, you, like this is the reason why I'm here in the suburbs with this whole new family.
Ah,
So now
okay.
I'm
So
guessing
it
it's going to
leaves
be
on a cliffhanger.
yeah, so I'm guessing this season's going to be. I haven't started yet because I'm waiting because I have so much homework. I have to like
Yes.
I have to catch up on my homework and then I can start. But I think this season is going to be really a fixation on this new woman, and love is kind of crazy, as crazy as he is. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of fighting in between the both of them.
So I'm not a huge fan of this stalker, creepy kind of thing like that.
Uh-huh.
Just like I can't watch You because I know what
Yeah.
it was about. So it's each season a new girl basically that he's fixated on.
yes,
Okay.
basically, yeah.
So they could run this show forever if they wanted
could,
to.
They
yeah.
could, but it's just the plot twists I feel like are just so insane, and I feel like they're going to be even crazier this year because this season, I mean, especially because now they have a child. Him and
Oh,
Love have
so
a
they had their
child.
own child.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
wow.
like in the season, like in the premieres and like previews of the season, it's like both of them burying up like graves and the baby's right there. I'm like,
Oh my goodness.
this poor child.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Wait. So the mom's a murderer as well. Like she gets
Yeah.
in on with him.
Yeah, they're both crazy. It's a crazy show. I definitely recommend watching it.
Okay.
It's
wow.
quite insane. Yeah.
That's a lot. I definitely think that's a good show. It's definitely up to trend. I think it's like one of those shows that you're so invested in, even if you
Yeah.
like don't want to watch it. Like you said, you have to binge
have
it
to.
because I hate shows. Like I love them, but I hate them. Love-hate relationship that leave on a cliffhanger. So you have to watch the next episode. And I feel like this show's one of those shows
Yeah.
to where it keeps you up all
Oh,
night
yeah.
just to find out what
It
happens.
does. I'm guilty of that for sure. It's so bad. It's
Yeah.
so bad. But I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'll let you know how it goes.
Okay, yes, please do, because I won't be watching that. But unfortunately, that's all the time we have for on Hot Topics tonight. But let's head back to Riley and Corinna and Claire for some more entertainment.
Welcome back. I feel like we have to talk about this Kourtney Kardashian engagement because, I mean, how could you not? So let's just touch on that really quick because I know they already talked about it. I've never been so shocked yet so like I knew that was gonna happen at the same time. Like their relationship has moved so fast, but like just the fact that she's now getting engaged to somebody who like I thought that she would end up with Scott and it was gonna be this fairy tale ending after like 20 years. But now she's engaged to Travis, and they are making out at the dinner table in front of their kids and their mom, and to each their own, I guess. But I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, oh, forgot that was a thing. Like I was
Yeah.
almost like, oh, I feel like that happened yesterday, and I already forgot
Well, I
about
think
it.
it's been like 10 months,
Yeah,
which I feel like
Oh,
people do like kind of move fast now. But
Yeah, but 10, like less than a year.
And you never
I feel
know.
like that's like the danger zone.
Well,
That's
you
like,
never know how long they're dating because you know, like the media, like sometimes they're late on things, and they could have.
true, but at the same time, like, I don't know. See, I could not do that. That's why.
He
No, yeah,
has
I
her
have,
name
I have commitment
tattooed
issues.
on her.
So, yeah, no, sorry,
So
sorry.
there's that,
Yeah, that's also a common thing, though.
Yeah,
which scares me. After 10 months,
Well, also, I just don't understand. This is off topic, but I just don't understand if you know that how many people regret getting a tattoo of someone's name. Why would you ever do it?
yeah.
I
Like
mean-
the Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson. It wasn't her name, but the Dangerous Woman bunny behind his ear.
Yeah.
And that was
It's
like
just
this
like-
huge black heart. Looks so
Like,
weird.
even if you, especially in Hollywood, like, if you get married, what is the divorce rate in the
Yeah.
entertainment, like,
That's true.
world?
that's
like,
a
high?
I would say high.
Which isn't a bad thing, but
Yeah.
like, it's just, I don't know. Like, I hate to think that way, but like, people like prepare in case that happens.
They'll probably get a prenup.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, people get a prenup and stuff. Like, it's like, look, I love you to death, but
But
like,
if
Yeah.
X,
Odds
Y, Z
are against
happens-
us.
She's got money, so
Yeah.
I mean,
True.
they both have money.
Yeah.
but I
I'm-
don't know.
I don't know. I'm very happy for her because she's like, I've never seen her this happy and she's a completely different person. But I'm so nervous for her. I'm like, girl, your heart's gonna break, probably.
See, I don't really follow up with them like that. But like when you said it, my face was just like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't. Okay, if you're gonna have PDA, like by all means, do you like? It's just too much. I mean, like considering they're
At the
celebrities, I'm
dinner
not
table
surprised.
with your family,
Yeah.
like, that's
No.
where
From
it's like,
the
all
kids.
That's
right.
like it. That like if I saw that in public,
And also, when you're that big of a name, when you're Kourtney Kardashian, like if you want, like you said, if you want to do PDA, like you do you.
you literally
But
can
you're-
do whatever you want.
You
at that
cannot
point,
do
but
whatever you want because there's going to be a camera on you
It's
at all times.
disgusting.
Yeah.
I'm
But
like,
I don't think she cares.
Yeah, she-
At this
Yeah,
point, she doesn't
I don't
care.
think she
she's
does.
like her breakaway. Like
She's a new woman.
she did not do that. I mean, I don't even follow up with her, but I know that she didn't do all that type of stuff.
She is so different.
Yeah.
But good for her. We're happy for her.
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
hope for the best. Hopefully it works
Fingers
out.
crossed.
I don't know. Adele has released the first single from her new album titled 30, and fans, including myself, are going crazy for this song. Titled Easy on Me, Adele's new single has smashed Spotify and Apple Music records. Have you guys listened?
Well, yes, because you play it in your car every second of the day on repeat.
I do play it on repeat.
Okay.
You just
Yes,
like
I've
get in
heard
the
it.
moment, you play it, you can just feel the emotions in the
Yeah,
song.
but that's the thing about Adele's songs. Beautiful, like it is beautiful. But if you're like, I'm feeling good, it's a good day, you don't
Yeah, you
turn that
don't-
song
yeah.
on. Like
But I
once you play it,
have.
you're
It's
like,
It's like a relief. Like listen to that song. Like if you have something built up, you just have to.
yeah.
It's like you'll just feel a wind. Just,
Yeah, but it's so good.
it is really good. It is
Like,
good. You're not wrong.
I had a great day yesterday, and I was driving to get dinner. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Easy on me. I like know all the words by now, just because it's like the only thing I listen to.
Okay.
And I'm not like the biggest Adele stan. Like love her, but like I'm not like I doesn't compare to like Ariana Grande or Lady Gaga. But she is starting this new chapter in her life. She is kind of breaking away from the past, and she had that horrible divorce that happened. Now she has a kid, and she's just like starting over, I feel like. She went through this incredible weight loss journey, which she looks so good.
she does.
Like, she is gorgeous. She was gorgeous before, but she is so beautiful. And I was like, this girl is like starting brand new, and she is not here to play.
Like honestly, when I guess when you feel more confident about yourself, there's like a certain glow. Like, not
Yeah.
saying that she wasn't confident, but in recent interviews, she was just like, I hated how I looked. She hated how she sounded on her last album because she was pregnant. And when you're pregnant, your voice changes and there's a bunch of mucus. I'm not going to go into details, but I was like, well, I'm so interested.
Thank
but
you, doctor.
it's Dr. Joyner.
Dr.
Haha,
Joyner over here.
What can she not do?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
a
guys,
woman of
oh
many
my
talents.
gosh, what can I say? Triple, quadruple threat. But
yes, exactly.
she was just saying like she wasn't happy, and with her divorce, she was like, I'm really not happy. So she actually lost 100 pounds within the year as she
That's insane.
like
Queen.
she worked out 2 to 3 times a day, and she said if she
I can't even work out
I
once a
cannot
year.
bring
I don't
myself
have
to get to
time.
that gym.
And
I
she's-
cannot.
She still has a Big Mac meal with her large fry, a Coke, and McNuggets too every
Well,
week.
Somebody's an Adele stan over here.
My mom is.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Well, now I'm an Adele stan because
I stand it.
I'm ready for this album.
Yeah.
I think people are like, oh, it's her breakup album, which she said it is. She's like, it's about the divorce. And people thought it was going to be more of like a breakthrough album rather than a breakup album. And it was going to be like inspiring songs and like more upbeat. But it's still similar to her old albums and her old songs where
Yeah.
it's more like a heart-wrenching song.
Yeah.
But I like love music like that because even if I'm having a terrible day, great. If I'm not having a terrible day, I can appreciate good singing. And most good singing comes in songs that are like about like breakup or like someone like did you dirty. It's like a sad song.
Yeah,
So-
she like well, even what you were saying, like it's just like it feels like a release. Like even for some people, like no matter what mood you're in, like it's a release. But
Yeah.
like even if the song sounds like her old stuff, it's the fact that there's like the growth of the artist behind it.
That's a great way
Like
to
the
put
amount that she has grown and this album next to it, like that's what makes it so powerful. Is because like songs are not just songs. Like it's the artist, it's their soul, it's their passion, it's their emotion.
Very
Yep.
true.
And like behind it is her growth and how she has overcome that struggle that it's about.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is like really a good time for her. And like I said, she broke like basically every record.
She did.
We like I think it was Driver's License that like swept the charts on Spotify and broke the records. Now it's being topped again by Adele, and it's her first song on the album. So I think this album is going to be big.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
I think it's going to be really big, and I'm excited. I don't know when it's coming out though.
November.
November?
I think.
So 15th maybe.
Did your mom tell you that? Your mom, the Adele stan?
She might be texting me like, I'm listening to it again.
Corinna?
Are you listening to it? Nope, I'm on air, Mom.
Mark your
thanks.
calendar.
Mark the calendar. She
You're
probably
flying
has
home.
it.
Oh,
She probably
that's
has
cute.
it. But she went to the Adele concert when she was on tour last, and
Oh my
she
God.
said it was impeccable. Actually, I bought the ticket.
What good daughter.
It was last minute, like it was like 2 hours before.
You
the
didn't go
show.
with her?
No, because I was like, well, one, it was my bank account said no, so I was like,
Oh, so
if-
you bought her one ticket.
I bought her a ticket, and she wanted to
She
go by
bought herself.
herself. Like she was like, it was such a magical, emotional experience just seeing her in concert.
It's
Wow.
like a spiritual connection.
Yeah,
really.
she's
That's so
just
cool.
like that, you know.
I should go to an Adele concert alone.
Yeah, you should.
That's like self-reflection right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do it.
You should.
News 30 album. I'll be there.
You will.
The Voice just wrapped up their battle rounds and are headed to the knockouts. Some eliminations were very expected, and the coaches struggled with the decisions in this year's battles. I was blown away by some of these battle performances. Some I was like, where did this come from? Like,
Yeah.
And when I'm watching The Voice, like blind auditions, I'm like playing along in my head. I'm like, okay, let me close my eyes. Am I gonna hit my button for them? And some of the people, I'm like, how do they get turns? Like, they're not that good. And then they come out on the battles and they're hitting these high notes. I'm like, where was this during your audition? Like, I was amazed.
I feel like I'm just the opposite. So I watch the blind auditions, but then when it comes to the performances, I don't want to know who they are. I don't. I just want to know what team they're on because I think that's important. And lyrically and music-wise, everything sounded pretty good. I would say Team Ariana's team, personally, I feel like they were like pretty good because not only, okay, John Legend, okay, they're all performers.
Yes,
okay,
that is
like,
the show.
They're all performance, obviously, but like Ariana, she acts
Yeah.
she can sing, she
talking about
produces,
triple
like
threat
she
there.
does
Yeah.
like everything.
Like bringing that soul into every part of singing.
And I mean, nah, and I'm just gonna say this confidently. I feel like she has higher tour rates
Oh,
within,
for sure.
yeah, because generation.
Yeah.
So I think she's just better at gearing an audience, like more attention wise. When you have Kelly Clarkson, and I'm not calling them old because I mean they are a little old, not like
They're not.
they're
in
more
their prime.
experienced, like they're more experienced,
Yeah.
but they're not like
Yeah,
where
no, we-
they're
yeah,
out
we
to
get it.
light. So I think I like her team because I focus more on the team like teamwork. I just want to know if you sound good. So
Yeah.
I do my I do my blind audition.
Sign her
Do
up
what you're
again.
saying.
Another
Guys,
thing
stop.
she can do.
Sorry guys. I do my blind auditions for the battles, which is weird, but it helps
Yeah.
me.
Interesting.
I actually got an email saying that I should audition for The Voice,
Really?
but I'm not. So,
Ah.
all right. What do y'all have to think about that? No.
I mean, I was shocked by some of them. Honestly, there were a couple that I was like, ooh. Like, oh my gosh, I don't remember who it was, but it was this guy and this girl, and I don't even remember what team they were on. But she was like, they sang Olivia Rodrigo. They sang Good For You.
I thought you were going to talk about that one. It was Joshua and
Oh, she's like, I know.
I just
whatever,
remember she
but Joshua
looked-
won.
It was like started with a K, I think.
Yeah.
Kayla.
Yeah, it was Kayla.
Kayla?
I just remember I
okay.
cringed.
First of all, she looked like Olivia Rodrigo. Like,
She
I was
did.
watching with my friend last night while we were on duty, and I was like, looking, she goes, is that Olivia Rodrigo? I was like, no, but she looks like her.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was like, what is going on? Like, it
Yeah.
was like, okay. Like, the problem is their voices are very unique.
Mm-hmm.
But the parts that they even did, like, the big parts, I was like, oh, okay. But the rest, I was kind of like,
They didn't go well together, I don't think.
yeah, I wasn't loving the pairing, and I think it like diminished both of them.
Yeah.
And that was like, I don't know. I kind of watched it and I was like, all right, like,
Yeah. I think he has a very distinct voice and it's fit for
Yeah.
certain songs. I don't think that song was fit for him. I think he put in more effort into the song and like the notes he was hitting and he was performing more.
a little
She-
too much in my opinion.
Yeah.
He was like, ah!
Yeah. She was good. It just seemed like she wasn't there. And I think that's
Yeah.
what did it for her. I think that's what got her off.
And that's
Yeah.
the thing with battles. So when they do the blind auditions, the whole process is you audition like 2 times before you actually go to the blind auditions.
Yeah.
And you go to the blind auditions and then they choose you. But you have nervous energy unless you're like me and don't get nervous. But you're just like, you have a different type of energy. And
Yeah.
then when you have a battle, you'll have that one person that tries to outsing the other. And then that other person that, it's just, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
all, it just sounds bad. And
Yeah.
They think like the other person's voice is better. They're like, okay, well,
Oh,
if
well, I
I'm
gotta-
bigger,
yeah, that-
and if I am louder,
yeah, no, it does not help.
Some people get it though. Like, I think it was Aaron and, was it Jamani that he went against? No, it wasn't.
I do remember
Oh my
Aaron.
God. Mayor?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
But
It was
you're-
like this woman. She had a very powerful voice. Like it was, he knew going into it. I think it was Aaron that went against her. He knew going into it. Like even Blake said to him, he was like, "You knew who you were going against."
Was it
But-
Wendy?
Wendy. What's
Okay,
Aaron
that's
the
what
one
I
that went
thought.
against her?
I was blown away by her that I cannot even remember who she went against.
Yeah, I think it was Aaron. But what I liked about him was he didn't try to go bigger.
Mm-hmm.
He sang with himself. He knew that he wanted to go out there and give a performance. He knew he wasn't going to win, which I can't imagine going out there like that. But when he went up, like, again, even Blake was like, you knew who you were going against and you still gave it your all and you did it like you. And so I really loved him for that. And I think he started walking away, like literally was leaving. And I think Ariana hit her button.
Yeah.
Was that who she did that for? I think it was
Yes,
that.
it
And then
was.
Blake was like, she hit it for you, she hit it. And
Yeah.
I was like gonna cry. It was so
know.
cute. But I liked that he didn't do like the whole, I just need to be louder, I need to be bigger.
Because her presence on that stage, she had that cape on. She looked
Yeah.
literally like a queen.
She didn't even need to move.
She
She
stood there
barely
and
moved.
she-
She's
yep.
just like,
And that
She
takes
I
a
am
lot to
here,
do,
and it
like,
was a
singing,
presence.
like just standing.
Yeah.
Sometimes like people fidget when they sing, but she was like powerful, like she owned it. Honestly.
yeah, it
I
was
love her.
wonderful. And then I also, the first performance that happened, it was Bella
And Katie.
and Katie. I loved
Yeah,
it.
it was
I
pretty.
loved it. Like I literally, that was me after like speechless.
Yeah.
I thought it was so good. I was sitting there and I was like, first of all, great pairing. Like they were very different, but I think it went so good together.
Yeah, it sounded
I would
great.
not have been like, I didn't know how to pick. I
I'm
didn't
so
know.
happy she saved her
Yeah.
because Bella was basically the person when I was saying that I was like not really impressed in the audition, and then she came out and I was like, wow.
Yeah,
Like,
and it wasn't just the big notes anymore.
No.
Like the whole thing was
the
great.
way that she like harmonized with her, and like when Katie went low, she went like it was like wow.
And
Yeah.
sometimes you kind of need polar opposites to bring kind of the best sides
Yeah.
out of you.
Yeah, and sometimes it works perfectly, other times it
Yeah.
doesn't.
It doesn't.
But this is one of those times where it
Yeah,
really.
it was
worked.
my favorite performance, I think. Like favorite pairing performance, I should say, because other people I loved, but together, like it was the one that I was most speechless, most
Sync.
blown away.
Yeah,
Great.
I loved it. Well, I'm excited for the knockouts. I just like love the different stages and like different themes that they have going on, because it is like a long competition, but like battles, knockouts, lies, like
it's worth it.
It
Yeah,
makes
it's worth it.
seem so interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for those to start up next week.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get some good people in there.
Yeah,
so.
I don't want to do like this again.
Yeah.
On the TV screen.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that is all of the time that we have for tonight. Be sure to tune in next week for a Halloween edition of Point Blank. And yes, we will be wearing costumes. We'll see you next week. Bye.